Hi, welcome to Lost Cards. We're going to talk some alternate strategies and cards I couldn't fit into our deck tech for Extus Oriq Overlord, the newly spoiled Strixhaven Mardu MDFC commander. If you haven't seen our deck tech episode, be sure to give that a click and watch that because we kind of build off that deck. But let's not waste any more time and get into this Lost Cards.
All right, here we go. Let's start talking about some Lost Cards for this brand new, very exciting commander here. We've got Extus Oriq Overlord, like fresh off the spoiler sheet from Strixhaven.
Yeah, hot out of the oven. So this it was so fun to get into the Discord with a brand new commander because we as a group were like discovering, we're like, hey, this would be pretty good. Oh, because then we could do this. Oh, wait a minute. This is how this works. Oh, it would work like this. Like where all the light bulbs just going off. It was so fun. And so, as you know, the deck we put together had a little bit of a combo theme to it. And I couldn't fit in every combo that we wanted to, but I was given a pretty juicy one that would fit nicely in this deck. Because of how things like Magecraft work, have been getting like infinite mana. And speaking of infinite mana, how about this? Priest of Gix. That's the 2 and a black one that brings 3 mana with him when he enters the battlefield. And then his cousin Priest of Urabrask, who's the red version, brings 3 red mana when he comes into the battlefield. If you also have the red creature Anarchist, 4 and a red for human wizard. When he enters the battlefield, return any sorcery from your graveyard to your hand.
Just
P.S. That's great art. Crazy art. Great card for this deck in general to bring. I didn't have a lot of non-2 drops, but this is a great card to bring back all those sorceries that bring back half our graveyard anyway. Mm-hmm. This is a key way to do that in red. But if you can combine those with Living End, this is or one of these types of effects. Suspend 3, but where everyone exiles all the creature cards from the graveyard, sacks all the creatures they control, and then swaps them out. If you can get that going, the Anarchist can bring the spell that does that back from the graveyard. The 2 priests are giving you extra mana. If you've got Magecraft things going, you're creating treasures that way. There's another way to loop infinite mana involving these cards if you want to dig a little deeper there too.
Living Death would be the one.
Living Death, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
One. Yeah, Living End is the one that's suspends, but Living Death is the actual...
you can't do the suspend one because you can't cast it.
Exactly. Yeah. We want Living Death for sure.
And so here's a cool lost card that didn't make the deck. It would ripple a lot of changes in the deck, but do you remember that Kaldheim card, Maskwood Nexus?
Yep.
It's the colorless tribal card they finally gave it to us. Wizards thinks. It makes it's colorless, but it makes all your creatures every creature type. You can also make creature tokens. Who cares? That doesn't matter. So while I was looking for 2 drops to like look through, we could easily use the black sort of card slots in our deck to run tutors to get Maskwood Nexus if we wanted to.
Sure.
And then look at something like Cloud Shredder Sliver or any sliver.
Slivers.
It's red-white. Slivers you control have flying and haste. It's like, well, now every creature I have has flying and haste. Yeah. That's pretty cool. And so then we got to ask ourselves, is it worth running this on its own? No. But with Maskwood Nexus, we can start to build a little pantheon of creatures that are just like all these creatures go from kind of meh to incredible if we have that out. And I don't know if it's worth it or not, but like, let's go through a few other ones.
Yeah, look at Calastria Healer. This is always, these are the 2 that come to mind, right? Allies and Slivers. When you talk about this like Maskwood Nexus style of thing, it's like this Calastria Healer is the one that whenever it or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Boy, it's a good thing that's not for every ally. Like you gain 1 for each ally. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's just when another one enters.
Yes.
That's pretty wild. You also got Magda, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Magda, Brazen Outlaw, 1 in a red. This is the 2/1. This is a it was early spoiled, so that's one of the reasons it got a lot of brewing done with it early on. But sack 5 treasures. Search your library for an artifact or dragon card, but also dwarves get +1/+0. So she's pumping all of our creatures because she pumps dwarves. And also whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, you create a treasure token. So that's just all of your creatures now.
Yeah. So like we had that sliver that giving them all flying in haste now. So they're all paying for each other. Like we're just making mana by attacking, and just
wow.
Magda lets us and since everything in the deck is now a dragon card, we get to tutor up any creature we want.
That's true. So. Yeah, Magda works really well with Maskwood Nexus.
Yeah. Oh, and then check these 3 out. Okay, so we used to have to work real hard for these combos, but pick any one of these 3. They're not all 2-drops. Zathrid Necromancer, 2 and a black. Rotting Reanimators, 2 and a black, and Bishop of Wings is white, and they're all kind of the same. I'll start with Zathrid Necromancer. 2/2 Human Wizard. Whenever Zathrid Necromancer or another human creature you control dies, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. Well, that zombie creature token is also a human, so when it dies, we will create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token.
Oh, wow.
Rotlung Reanimator makes them untapped, and Bishop of Wings says whenever an angel enters under your control, gain 4 life. So that's whenever any creature enters. And whenever an angel dies, create a 1/1 spirit. That's also an angel. So when it dies, we create a spirit. And when it dies, we create a spirit. And so if we have a sack outlet, we can land infinite creatures. It doesn't work with the backside of Extus because they all one has to die for another to appear. We can't just accumulate them for a million Extuses, but if we have something like Ashnod's Altar, we can. That's a way to get infinite colorless mana or other things to do.
Interesting.
Just bonkers. Maskwood Nexus, but that's not all. If we want to go all in, there's even more creatures that get pretty cool with this. Andy, take them away.
Yeah, Rakdos the Showstopper, 4 black red. This is pretty good. I haven't even read it. This is the one. This is the Flying Trample one. This is the most recent printed one. You flip a coin for each creature that isn't a demon, devil, or imp. Destroy each creature whose coin comes up tails. So just none of your creatures at all because of Maskwood Nexus.
Magda can get Rakdos into play and then flip for everybody. It's great.
Wow. So who would you? So you still see Extus as the commander of let's say we just went hard on this deck where we've got Maskwood Nexus and we've got these colors. Is it still a Extus deck?
I mean, it doesn't have to be. I mean, I love having black to tutor up Maskwood Nexus. It's you have to have it. I'd probably want blue so that I could give it hexproof more easily. Maybe with what's his name, Padim, who gives all your artifacts hexproof. I might want to run that.
I wonder if the partners there from the Icorius, would they be good? Trin and Silvar. Let's see. What does Trin do?
Refresh my memory. I don't remember those ones.
Trin, Champion of Freedom. At the beginning of your end step, if you attacked this turn, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Mm-hmm. And then Silvar is sacrifice a human. Okay, that's every creature. Put a +1/+1 counter on Silvar. It gains indestructible until end of turn. So Silvar could be your sack outlet just in the command zone. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, because it's if we get the Nexus, Silvar is your sack outlet. It's not bad having the sack outlet in the command zone, that's for sure. What else? Who else is out here though?
Well, and then the other thing, what are the creatures that care? There's the new
Kalia is pretty nice.
Oh yeah, just get it. Yeah, Kali is pretty nice. Looking for anything you want.
Any of the Kalias too, like either kind of work here. The new
Well,
one or
yeah,
the
and
old
I
one.
guess we always had conspiracy, and we always had that other blue enchantment that changed all our creature types.
Yeah,
So
but
I would want to dig into green and white and red, like
yeah, that's the
colors that didn't
thing.
have access
Yeah,
to
you always had
those.
to run blue to get like blue and black to get the critical mass of these effects. But if we're just doing the Maskwood Nexus, which is a very different card, even right, like
Yeah.
this is a different thing. Like
Well,
conspiracy
and
changes it, and you don't get the additional. There's no additional to it, right?
Aha,
So
that's
that's a
true.
pretty different card right there. But Maskwood Nexus opens up a lot of doors. It's
Well,
funny
and
how much it opens up an infinite combo engine, which I did not count on.
well, you also have all of those like, pick dragons or non-dragons, destroy like one of those. It's like no, I'll pick destroy all non-dragons. All of mine are dragons.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if you want to put like that scion of the dragon, the ones that lets you tutor up dragons, but now you can just tutor up any creature.
And that gives you 5 colors if you do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems like pretty good. And I mean, there's also
Okay, and then I want to just make sure. So another reason that I kind of stumbled into this idea was that one of the 2-drops I was really working out was there's this, I forget its name. It's from Kaldheim. It's like a Skemfar. It's 3 and a 1. It's a 3/1 black creature for 2. That whenever an
man.
elf or a berserker dies, you draw a card and lose a life.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, so now everything I have is an elf or a berserker. So if while I'm sacking creatures, I'm also drawing cards for everything, and I don't have to like only go elves to do it. I debated putting that one in the original deck because I'm like, if I could just get a couple of triggers, it's probably worth it. Like, as far as I was concerned, any creature that draws me 1 card seemed fair.
So what's Haunting Voyage all about here? So
Haunting Voyage, that's that foretell one. It's the 6 mana sorcery, but you can foretell it. And if it is foretold, it costs you 7 to cast. Anyway, I'll just tell you the foretell version. If you cast it foretold, return all creature cards of a chosen type from your graveyard to the battlefield. So basically, bring back your whole graveyard for 7 mana. When you had to foretell it, so you already paid 2 earlier. Like it's not cheap.
I mean, you would probably foretell it pretty early.
Yeah. That's too many you weren't
time.
spending on something else.
Did we have Gerard in this deck?
Gerard, no, I do not. Are you talking the Maskwood version or the original version?
In the original.
No.
Gerard Weatherlight Hero.
Right.
When he dies, you exile it and return to the battlefield all artifact and creature cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield.
Oh my goodness. That's perfect because we're sacking tons of them for Extus's reverse side. And then Gerard brings them all back, and then let me put another blood avatar into play.
Yeah, totally.
maybe 2 more. Yeah, Gerard is a must keep. I missed that one for sure.
Definitely a guy you want to sacrifice.
Definitely.
Right? Well, I mean, I think there's a number of different angles here. I mean, we talked enough about just pure. It's like a very different commander for a traditional aristocrats deck. Sacrificing, draining, all that kind of stuff. Like we're we're causing them to. That sorcery alone is just what you laid out in the episode is very aristocrat feeling and high powered without the combo. It feels like, right?
Oh yeah. You could just load it up on all the aristocrats, which I did not do, but like you could easily go that route.
You could do something wild with Maskwood Nexus, like you were just talking about. That seems.
Which is very tempting.
Very tempting. Like, I want to try that out. I want to try that card out.
Yeah.
It seems like that one card just enables so much that like it'd be hard not to combo out if you built the deck that way.
Yeah, this is a Mardu combo deck at heart.
And then, of course, the one we have here, like the one you've actually built for this week. I was just looking at Maskwood Nexus and Edward Markov. Like that works with with casting vampire creatures. You cast a vampire spell, you put another vampire out, which then becomes one of all the different creature types.
Yeah.
So that seems pretty good.
Like you get to really dig deep for like whenever an angel enters the battlefield, whenever a goblin enters the battlefield, for the number of goblins you control. It just works. And so like there becomes a point where like if this is the thesis. If the skeleton of your deck makes it so all of those cards individually without Maskwood Nexus are okay, like if they're like, okay, they're runnable, like they do something, and in this Extus shell they do something, then the Maskwood Nexus just puts it over the top if you ever get there.
I want to see it. I want to see people. I want to see that deck. I think it would be very, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Maskwood Nexus is a whole other thing. We have to build some decks around that.
Yes.
Well, this is good. I'm good to stop here. I'm good to lay these down as the lost cards. It seems like there's a lot of good ones here, a lot of fun angles. Come on back next week. We'll have a brand new deck tech and another lost cards episode at that as well. So yeah, come on back and we'll see you then.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you love what we're doing, consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/commandersbrew.
And if you want to get any of the cards from our deck list, go to our TCG Player affiliate link below.
That helps us out too. And for a free way to help us out, consider sharing the show with some friends. Like and subscribe, add a comment or two.
See you later.
Bye.